Who is this actually good for? Who should skip it? And is it worth the price for normal, everyday buyers? If you're on the fence about dropping a few $1,000s on a commercial ice machine, you're not alone. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The biggest hesitation I hear from anyone eyeing a Scotsman flake ice maker is the fear of buying a piece of equipment that looks great on paper but ends up taking up space, demanding maintenance, or simply producing more ice than you ever use. Let's talk about the reality of putting a modular snowflake ice maker into a working environment. First off, the machine is designed for the kind of non-stop service you see in busy bars, hotel minibars, catering kitchens, or any venue that needs a steady stream of soft, chewable ice. The snowflake shape isn't just a gimmick. It melts slowly, keeping drinks colder longer without watering them down. That makes it a practical choice for cocktail-heavy menus or for keeping seafood chilled on a buffet line. If you run a place where you serve dozens of drinks an hour, that steady output can actually shave minutes off your service time because you're not constantly refilling ice bins from a slower countertop unit. Now, why does the modular aspect matter? Scotsman built this model so you can add or remove sections to match your volume needs. In a small coffee shop that only needs a few pounds of ice a day, you can start with the base unit and later expand when you add a patio bar or start catering events. The modularity also simplifies repairs. If one module hiccups, you can swap it out without pulling the whole system offline. For a business that can't afford a service disruption, that's a tangible cost saver. On the flip side, the machine isn't a fit for everyone. If you're a homeowner who only wants ice for occasional weekend barbecues, the footprint and power draw of a commercial unit quickly become overkill. The waterline hookup is a bit more involved than plugging a countertop model into a faucet. You'll need a dedicated drain and a stable electrical supply, usually a 220-volt outlet. That's fine for a restaurant built for it, but it's a hassle for a rented apartment or a small office kitchen where you might not have the plumbing flexibility. And while the price point is justified by the durability and output, it's still a significant upfront expense, especially when you compare it to a budget countertop ice maker that costs a fraction of the price. Let's get specific about daily usability. After you power it up, the machine reaches its first batch of flake ice in roughly 20-30 minutes. That's quicker than many larger slab ice machines, and the output is continuous, meaning you can keep a tray or a bin stocked without watching the clock. The design includes a self-cleaning cycle that runs automatically after each production run, which is a real-time saver. In practice, you set the machine, let it run, and it takes care of the internal sanitation while you focus on serving guests. The smart design claim isn't just marketing fluff. The controls are simple, with a digital display that tells you when the cleaning cycle is active and when the ice bin is full. However, there are hidden trade-offs that become clear after a few weeks of operation. The machine's water consumption is steady because it constantly recirculates and freezes water to maintain the flake texture. In areas with higher water rates or where water conservation is a priority, that could add up. Also, because the unit is built for continuous duty, the compressor runs more often than a small home model, which means you'll see a higher electricity bill. If you're running it 24/7, factor that ongoing cost into your ROI calculations. Another practical strength is the durability of the construction. Scotsman's commercial line uses stainless steel panels and heavy-duty components that can withstand the rigors of a busy kitchen. In the real world, that translates to fewer dents, less corrosion, and a longer lifespan, something you can actually see when you compare a bar that's been using the same machine for 5 years versus a newer, cheaper model that needs replacement after a couple of years. The easy maintenance claim holds up because the modular panels can be opened without special tools, and the water lines have quick connect fittings that reduce the chance of leaks. When you need to replace a filter or a small part, you don't have to call a service tech for a simple swap. On the weakness side, the machine is fairly large, roughly the size of a small refrigerator. That means you need to allocate floor space not just for the unit itself, but also for clearance around it for ventilation. If your kitchen layout is tight, you might have to rearrange workstations, which can be a non-trivial disruption. Also, because it's a commercial unit, the control panel is geared toward high-volume settings. You won't find the ice size adjustments that some home users love. The ice is consistently flake-shaped, which is perfect for drinks, but not ideal if